Thank you. Good morning. How are you all? Yeah, we'll see. So it's time to get focused. Before you know it, you'll be on the plane, you'll be going home, and you've got to go home with a game changer. What do you have to go home with? Yeah, you don't seem convinced. You've got to go home with a game changer. What do you got to go home with? All right, so first thing we've got to work out is, why are we here? Why are we here? Why we come here this week? Why do you spend all that money, spend all that time, spend all that energy coming here? You know, from time to time, it's important that we get drawn out of our own little world, you know. The danger that you have with your children, with your spouse, with your kids, with your friends, with your clients, is too often as human beings we get caught up in our own little worlds. And that is a very dangerous place to be. One of the things you're constantly trying to do with your kids is draw them out of their own little world. One of the things you're constantly trying to do with your clients is draw them out of their own little world. Why? Because we do get caught up in our own little worlds from time to time, and it's a dangerous place to be. And the reason it's a dangerous place to be is because essentially the way we see the world determines the way we live our lives. The way we see the world determines the way we live our lives. How do you see the world? There are almost 7 billion people on the planet now, and if we reduce the world's population to 100 people, proportionally, 57 of those 100 people would come from Asia, 21 from Europe, 14 from North and South America, and 8 from Africa. 51 would be women, 49 would be men. 68 of those 100 people wouldn't be able to read and write. How do you see the world? Because more than half the world's population still can't read and write. 6 of those 100 people would own or control 50% of the world's wealth. 5 of those 6 people would be U.S. citizens. 3 of those 5 people would live on the same street of the North Shore of Long Island. How do you see the world? How do they see the world? One of those 100 people would have just been born. One of those 100 people would be just about to die. And only one of those 100 people would have been to college. How do you see the world? Maybe in your world everyone goes to college, but on planet Earth, 1 in 100 people have a college experience. 1/3 of the world's population is dying from lack of bread. 1/3 of the world's population is dying from lack of justice. And 1/3 of the world's population is dying from overeating. How was breakfast? How do you see the world? Because the way we see the world determines the way we live our lives. One of the values of a great experience like this is it challenges us or encourages us or forces us to come out of our own little world and take another look at who we are and where we are and what we're doing. One of the things I hate is happy meetings. I hate happy meetings. What's a happy meeting? You go, you have a meeting, but you never really make the ask. It's a happy meeting. I hate happy meetings. And it would be a tragedy if you come here this week and have one big, huge, happy meeting and don't go home with a game changer. Don't go home with, got to go home with a game changer. What's your game changer? Because you're hearing great speakers. You're hearing great content. You're getting inspired. But what's your game changer? What's the one thing you're going to go back and do, and it's going to change your life. It's going to change your business. It's going to break you through that glass ceiling and take it to another level. If you don't go home with it, if you don't get clear about what it is before you leave Atlanta, you're not going to stumble upon it in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now, you'll be back into your life. Be busy with your business. You got to start to focus. You got to start to think about, what's the one game changer I'm going to take home from Atlanta? What does it take? Got to start thinking about that bigger future. Everything great in history has been built by people who believe that the future could be bigger than the past. Do you believe your future can be bigger than the past? Everything great in history has been built by people who believe that the future can be bigger than the past. What does your bigger future look like? What is it going to take to build that bigger future? Who are the people who are going to help you personally and professionally to build that bigger future? What's the bigger future look like? Everything great in history, built by people who believe the future can be bigger than the past. And everyone who believes the future can be bigger than the past, always clear about their dreams. They have personal clarity about their dreams. What do you people ensure? There's confusion about that question? What do you people insure? Yeah, you insure dreams. You insure dreams. Who is the easiest person to sell insurance to? Those people who are clear about what their dreams are. Because once you're clear about what your dreams are, you want to do everything you can to ensure those dreams. Yes or yes? Got to get clear about what your dreams are, and you got to find a way to help your clients get clear about what their dreams are. The problem is, most people haven't got the foggiest idea what they are. So, 3 questions. Let's take a look at it. Question number 1, what do you want? Keep in mind, most people haven't got the foggiest idea what they want. For most people, what they want could come up and slap them in the head, and they still wouldn't know that that was what they wanted. And sometimes the assumption we make with our clients, or our spouse, or our kids, or our friends, is that they actually know what they want. And half the time, half of our job, maybe 2/3 of our job, is helping people to work out what they actually want. Most people haven't got the foggiest idea what they want. If I gave you a big notepad, I said, go away, make a big long list of all the things you want to do, be, have, and become. You come back with a big long list of all the things you want to do, be, have, and become. And then if we examined the big long list of all the things you wanted to do, be, have, and become, and we brought in a team of psychologists to study the list of all the things you want to do, be, have, and become, and maybe a couple of psychiatrists for some of you to examine your list of all the things you want to do, be, what do we discover? We want to discover that you want to do, be, have, and become the things you want to do, be, have, and become, because you believe by doing, being, having, and becoming those things, you'll be happy. It's the fundamental driver in the human person. People do what they do because they believe they'll make them. People do what they do because they believe those things will make them happy. Now, from time to time, I don't know if you've noticed, but from time to time, some people do some phenomenally stupid things. Okay, not just a little bit stupid, I mean ridiculously stupid. I mean outrageously and monumentally stupid. You know, we step back from that, we scratch our heads, we think, why would anybody do something so stupid? And the answer is very simple. People do stupid things because they mistakenly believe those stupid things will make them happy.